Christian Horner, the mastermind behind Red Bull Racing's unprecedented rise to dominance, is suddenly without a home in Formula One. After 2 decades steering the Austrian outfit from an underdog startup to an unbeatable force, the legendary team principal finds himself back on the open market, leaving the entire paddock speculating where he might land next. Aston Martin, Ferrari, Alpine, teams hungry for success have already been linked. But where exactly could Horner end up? And how might this seismic shift alter the future of Formula One? Horner's journey in Formula One began dramatically. In 2005, he arrived at Red Bull as a fresh-faced 31-year-old, the youngest team principal ever seen on the grid. Despite skepticism, Horner quickly proved his critics wrong. He had already shown considerable talent, shifting from a promising but short-lived racing career, famously deciding to step away from driving after a humbling experience following Juan Pablo Montoya at Estoril to management. He swiftly turned Arden International into a formidable force in Formula 3000, capturing the attention of Dietrich Mateschitz, who brought him on board to transform the struggling Jaguar outfit into Red Bull Racing. From there, Horner's achievements became legendary. Under his leadership, Red Bull stormed to 8 drivers' championships and 6 constructors' titles, accumulating over 100 Grand Prix victories. The golden era began in earnest with Sebastian Vettel's unstoppable run of 4 consecutive titles from 2010 to 2013 and later Max Verstappen's breathtaking dominance, culminating in multiple championships. The most recent in the unforgettable 2024 season, when Red Bull astonishingly won 21 of 22 races. However, even during this remarkable success, signs of tension appeared behind scenes. A growing power struggle emerged within the Red Bull camp, quietly festering between Horner, Dr. Helmut Marko, and Verstappen's influential entourage. Occasional flare-ups hinted at deeper divisions that never fully healed, casting uncertainty even amidst historic victories. These issues simmered beneath the surface until finally boiling over midway through the 2025 season. Now, unexpectedly, Horner has been shown the door, replaced by Laurent Mekies, the ex-Ferrari sporting director poached from sister team Racing Bulls. Remarkably, Horner's exit came despite him reportedly signing an extensive contract extension through the end of 2030 during the previous season, underlining the shocking nature of this departure. Given his intimate knowledge of Red Bull's racing strategies, technological innovations, and internal workings, Horner will almost certainly face a mandated period of gardening leave, temporarily sidelining him from active involvement in the sport to safeguard sensitive information. Yet despite his enforced hiatus, Horner's stock remains exceptionally high. Teams struggling to find consistent performance, or those looking to elevate themselves to championship contenders, will undoubtedly circle the former Red Bull principal, keen to harness his leadership and winning mentality. Among the most likely contenders is Alpine, an outfit desperate for stability and direction after years of managerial turbulence. Alpine recently appointed veteran motorsport figure Steve Nielsen as their managing director, replacing Otmar Safnauer after a disappointing run. Nielsen brings substantial operational experience, but has never managed a team principal's duties. Pairing Nielsen's organizational strengths with Horner's track-proven ability to turn underperformers into contenders could prove an inspired move. Horner's situation mirrors precisely what he encountered when transforming Jaguar into Red Bull, a tempting proposition that would see him replicate past glories with Renault's factory operation. However, the timing of Nielsen's arrival could complicate such a scenario, especially if Alpine decides against adding another high-profile executive in quick succession. Yet another tantalizing possibility looms at Ferrari. The Maranello-based team is legendary, synonymous with Formula One itself, but has struggled with inconsistency and managerial upheaval in recent years. Current principal Fred Vasseur faces increasing pressure, and his contract nears expiration amid mounting dissatisfaction. Ferrari reportedly approached Horner in early 2025, attempting to entice him to join the Scuderia. At the time, Horner publicly rebuffed these overtures, reaffirming absolute commitment to Red Bull. famously joking, "My Italian is worse than Flavio Briatore's English." How on earth would that work? But now, with his circumstances dramatically altered, Horner might reconsider Ferrari's allure. A move to Ferrari, however, presents personal and logistical hurdles. Horner, a family-oriented man, might hesitate at uprooting his home life, relocating to Italy, or maintaining a demanding trans-European commute, issues similarly faced by his longtime technical partner Adrian Newey. Nevertheless, leading Ferrari remains perhaps the most prestigious challenge available, an opportunity to place himself among Formula One's all-time great team leaders. Should Ferrari reignite their interest, Horner could face the toughest decision of his career. An intriguing alternative might arise with Aston Martin, an increasingly ambitious team backed aggressively by billionaire Lawrence Stroll. Aston Martin's investment strategy has already reaped rewards, securing former world champion Fernando Alonso and notably enticing Adrian Newey away from Red Bull. Reuniting Horner with Newey, the genius behind so many championship-winning designs, could create an immensely compelling proposition. Horner and Newey